I've been thinking a lot about my mom, and she had this Landscapes of Ireland book sitting on our coffee table for as long as I can remember. And she loved it. She thought it was so beautiful. Ireland was one of her dreams. She loved the movie P.S. I Love You just because of the Irish landscapes and the adventure and everything. And she died when I was 15, and she never got to go. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately. That we all have a ticking clock. We have a ticking clock, and we never know when things in our life are going to happen. We don't know how much time we have with loved ones. We don't know when babies will come. We don't know what day is going to be our last. And it's cliche to say, but I really try to embrace the idea to live every day like it's going to be your last.
I think Haley and I both have just been craving like a big adventure, you know, like we're in our 20s and we're still young and we don't have kids yet, and I don't know, it's just like we've been craving that big adventure, you know. And I've had my share of big adventures already, and I feel a little bit greedy for wanting more, but the other part of me is just kind of accepting of the fact that I think I just kind of need adventures, and I want adventures. That's part of the reason for living, I guess.
Tom, what are you doing?
About to book a plane ticket.
To where?
Ireland. Dublin, Ireland.
For how long?
From June 18th to September 14th.
Okay.
So about a month and a half.
And do we have a lot of money in our bank account?
Not at all. There it is. It's done. It's gonna load now, but it's done.
We're moving out of our first apartment as a married couple, and it's been everything we needed for a first apartment that we're gonna tell our kids about. It's a tiny basement apartment, hardly any light gets in, the shower's so small you can barely stand in it. It was infested with bugs every summer. Oh my God. And yet for 2 years, it was our perfect little cheap home. Despite all of its challenges and despite it being our crappy first apartment, it was an amazing home, and I'm very sad to leave it. I'm feeling very nostalgic about it, and I know that I'm gonna miss it while we're gone.
You're messing with my sense of time, and you are always on my
Dom and I's first apartment is ending, and we're moving into this chapter of adventure. We're taking a huge risk and a huge gamble, and we've decided to just go backpack for 2 months. So we're going to be wild camping as much as possible. Originally we wanted to go to England too, but there's a lot more laws on wild camping there, so we decided we would just go to Ireland and Scotland, where we know we can find a place to stay most of the time. I'm hoping that by completely mixing up our daily routine, by being out in nature, in a different country, in a country that I've dreamed about my entire life, that I'll be able to slow down and I'll get back to my roots. And when I'm walking and eating every day, and that's basically all I'm doing, I hope that I just have a lot more time to think and to sit in silence and to reflect on what I actually want to prioritize and what's important to me, and not just be so in the rut of paying the bills and being an adult, because being an adult is terrible. It is 5 days before we depart for Dublin, and we are only just now taking the time to actually plan our trip out.